Shout out to Babu. Don't sleep on that axe. Do not sleep. Don't sleep on that axe, and do not sleep on this hot production.
All right, both players finally deciding on a match. We got Pickledpotatoes Lord Vraxx versus Dobrein Hattori on Thunderguard Stadium. Here we go, game one of winners quarters.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Both players opening up the unarmed. Weapon spawn favors Dobrein, but Pickledpotato finds the lance. Dobrein gets the unarmed combat.
Brain dodging and dive kicking to get pressure on the Pickle.
Oh, but Pickle has nothing to do with it.
Already in the yellow. Already in the yellow. He can't seem to touch the brain yet. He does manage to find that side light in the neutral. That good old bread and butter. You gotta have food, kids. And now he's got the guns.
He has the guns, and he is fighting Dobrein one-on-one. Spacing him out, Dobrein was able to get a lot of decent damage in with that unarmed, and there's the sword, D-Light combo, and the neutral signature, a weapon toss. He's just racked up damage on the Pickle into the orange.
What am I seeing?
Ooh, Pickle tries to get these side lights. There's the down light and the Gravy Cancel neutral light. He does a decent amount of damage to Dobrein himself. The side lights are just racking up damage on Dobrein right now. There's a recovery.
He goes for the recovery kill, but Dobrein has the peace of mind to throw his weapon and stop that from killing him, but he can't stop the side sig. You know he can't stop the side sig. It's Vraxx, baby.
Ooh, Pickledpotato holding onto the horn. As the lance hits him off the side of the stage, Dobrein finds the down air. Ooh, but Pickle racking up damage.
Racking it up. Racking it up. Goes for that D-Sig. Gets punished by the D-Sig from Dobrein. Dobrein keeping that spear, known as Deceptive Assault.
And kills him off the top. Yes, indeed, Deceptive Assault. Very salty. Tosses aside, it's so salty. Holds on to the bomb. The Pickled hits him with a side light into a neutral light. Or neutral air. Dobrein finding that D-Light into downer and a ground pound combo. And he gets the damage racked up quite quickly.
Brain's trying to get inside those guns. He's got the movement speed. He's got the player skill, and he finds the down air. Goes for another ground pound, but Pickled isn't really for it.
Pickled holding onto the guns. Goes for the side light, goes for the neutral light, and the recovery. He's just trying to move around the map right now. He's having difficulty finding damage, and Dobrein really taking control of the pace of this match with the swords. Tosses the guns into his face. Pickled looking for a different weapon option, but instead just finds more guns, and he's just walking around the map, throwing out down airs, and not really connecting anything. He's in the red.
It looks like for a second he was trying to hug that ledge and catch Dobrein with a side air to rack up damage, but Dobrein said, no, I'm stepping away, you're going to have to fight me in the middle of the map.
Yeah, hits him with the down air, tosses him aside, but Dobrein's actually getting some damage onto him right now. He's not being able to end Pickle's stock. Pickle's getting a little bit of control.
Pretty right here.
Yeah, there's the D-Light to be able to send Dobrein into the red. A signature from either player. Wow.
Catches him in the middle of his down sig with a dare.
Yeah, that down air.
He's racking up so much damage. Both players racking up the damage. It's not going to take much to take the stock off Dobrein. I think this is still a pretty even game, but if he keeps that spear and he guards those weapons, well that's not the case.
Yeah, the side air coming in from Pickles
takes him off the side.
And now we're back to 1-1. Both
as
players
soon as he picks up the spear, gets punished with the down air, eats that neutral as well.
Ooh, and Pickled's finally getting some nice strings in with the lance, something they wasn't able to do before. Goes for a signature, but
using that dex, working that lance, getting the damage off.
Yeah, not quite working. Something that we've seen from Pickled before was a lot of neutral, or a lot of signature spam, but he's not able to get that off against Dobrein. He's using those much more conservatively. Goes for that side sig, doesn't quite connect. Dobrein holding onto the sword, is playing around the center of the stage. Whoa.
Finds that charged up D-Sig, goes for the N-Sig in the air with that gravy, that sweet, sweet yet savory gravy. But he can't connect.
Oh, but Pickled's in the red. This is dangerous for both players right now. Because yes, Dobrein has the advantage, but a well-placed gun sig from Pickled will be able to end Dobrein's stock. There's the neutral sig, goes to the hard read, but Pickled has nothing to do with it. He's trying to hit with the guns, and there's the D-Light.
Down light in the side air. Gets the recovery, and he takes the first game.
Wow. The match is essentially being in Dobrein's favor that entire time, up until 3 well-placed moves and a recovery to kill him off the top. Game 1 goes to Ren's Pickledpotatoes. Will Dobrein have a legend switch?
I felt like this was kind of like a seesaw, just going back and forth. Oh, it's Pickled. Oh, it's Dobrein. Oh, bringing out the fatherly Thatch. Oh, let's see
the fatherly Thatch, indeed. Game 2, we're seeing Dobrein's Thatch. I'm not actually familiar with this legend at all.
That's a dead eye right there. He's giving you that disappointed look. I'm spooked. I'm scared for Pickled.
And we're on Thatch's home map as well, the gravy boat. Here we go.
Thatch got a lot of gravy.
Goes into that dive kick, and it lands. Pickled has the guns, but he hasn't connected anything yet, and now both players are sparring off in a gunfight. Ooh, goes for that down air, but Pickle has a down air of his own. Tries to get with the D-Light. There's the down air once again. He's not getting these Gravy Cancel Neutral Light follow-ups, however. He's just hitting with the down air and running away.
Sometimes that's what you have to do. You can't always put yourself in that vulnerable position.
Yeah, if you miss that Gravy Cancel Neutral Light, well, you're definitely going to get punished. Dobrein tosses the guns aside, finds the sword, and there's the D-Light down air. Will he get more follow-up? Goes for the signature. Doesn't get the read. And Pickle's able to rack up a decent amount of damage with his gun neutral lights. There's the side light. Ooh.
Goes for that side stick, gets punished.
Yeah, Dobrein having no difficulty boxing out these side airs right now. Or side lights.
Hits him with the side stick and takes him off the side
What
of the
a
map.
solid... Oh gosh, when I heard those cannonball sound effects, I knew it was over. Dobrein just turns around, charges up his guns, launches Pickle off the side, and takes advantage of the game by taking the first stock. Holds onto the sword, Pickle tries to bait him out with a weapon toss, but ends up catching it again. Holds onto the lance, will he be able to toss the lance to his face and get a follow-up?
That downlight hits him with the side air. And another downlight to push him off the side of the gravy boat.
And kills him off the side of the map without taking any damage himself. Both players in the even once again. Dobrein goes in for the unarmed combat and finds the sword, but Pickle juggles him with his neutral.
Racking up the damage with those neutrals. Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Pickle goes in for the down air, doesn't connect.
But Pickle finding a down air, not following up with anything else.
Yeah, I think you tried to go for that Gravy Cancel Neutral Light, but instead ended up just hitting with the neutral air that didn't connect. Dobrein trying to hit with the sword, had an opportunity, but didn't use the side air. Pickled hitting with the down airs. Dobrein's afraid to approach. But there he is, he lands with the neutral light. Pickled answering with a side light of his own. He's racking up the damage way faster than Dobrein can do
Tries to
himself.
punish with the end-sig, but a little too hasty with it. Goes for the side stick, almost gets swatted with the sword, ends up finding it anyway with the brains downlight and the side air combo.
Ooh, Pickled hits him with the neutral air. Goes for that down signature, just trying to read whatever he can. And he's got the advantage right now, and you know he's feeling comfortable because he's tossing aside these signatures, but he gets hit off the stage.
Caught with the recovery and sent off the top.
And Dobrein takes the lead once again. But he's in the red. Pickled has no problem ending out these stocks. We've seen it. Goes for that cider, but Dobrein's ready for it this time. Pickled finds the lance and gets the...
Finds the D-sig and whips him across the map.
And there it is. Like, you don't see Pickled having any issues. Like, alright, my opponent's at kill percent. I'm going to kill him. I'm not going to allow him to take the damage that he needs to be able to get a solid lead. We're back to even, 1-1. Both players with the guns.
Does he trust his guns to box with the brain?
I'm not sure. Both players are having difficulty finding these sidelights, but there's the recovery to rack up the first amount of damage. Both players just trying to outspace each other. These side airs connecting with each other, but not with the opponents. Or sidelights, rather. Ooh, both players just shooting the guns right in front of each other's faces, but Dobrein says enough of that, picks up the sword and finds the D-Light side air combo, goes for the signature, and Pickled goes for a very unsafe ground pound and finds himself nearing the red.
Down there. Pressure up with a side air.
Ooh, goes for that, that hard signature. If Pickle didn't have that down light coming out for him, he would have been in a lot of trouble. Both players in the red right now.
Gets the end sig, pushes him up far. Is he going to be able to close off this?
Ooh.
Can't catch the recovery.
No,
Goes for the side sig, no dice.
Pickle doing some excellent signature options.
And he finds the side light recovery to take the brain off the top of the map.